Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. We are going over the review for Chapter 4's exam. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger, and I am going to go through these problems very quickly and only really do the last problem. So the things that you really have to know in order to do well on this exam. You need to know that the slope is m and the y-intercept is b, and the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. So for the first few problems, that's all you really needed to do. The next problem, you're just going to put 2 to the negative 5 in your calculator, and you'll get a fraction. If you get a decimal, you're going to have to hit the double arrows because the answer is multiple choice and it's a fraction. All right. For the next problem, let's just take a look at this. Oh yeah, this is the product of 4x squared y and 3x y to the 6th. So it is multiplication because the word product means multiply. So you're going to multiply the numbers. 4 times 3 is 12. Add the exponents, keep the base. So there's 2 different bases. So you add the exponents for the x and you add the exponents for the y. Now you also need to remember that when there's no exponent, you put your own. You put the number 1. And you should get 12x cubed y to the 7th. The next one, you put the calculator in scientific notation and it does the work for you. The problem after that, this is division. Keep the base, subtract the exponents. That's how, and it's -2 minus -5. You're subtracting a negative number, and you end up with a positive answer. Be careful. Undefined lines are vertical, and you could just put your own little vertical line on there. Like I said, this part's really fast, so you can pause the video and go back and look at it if you need to. Right. For this problem, the key is remembering that you're on 2 different sides of an equal sign. You have to, I would draw the line, subtract 2x from both sides, subtract 11 from both sides. The goal is to have all the numbers on one side and the variable on the other. Because it actually comes to be, and I should write this in here, -4 equals x. But this gets turned around to be x equals -4. But the goal of algebra is to have all the numbers on one side and the variable on the other. The next one is name a point that's a solution. So really what I did was I tested the solution that someone gave me. And the first number is x, and the second number is y. So I put y, -4, and where the x was, I put 2. And when both sides were equal, I knew that this is a point. Rise over run. So highlight the y, and where the line intersects, you find the y-intercept. And that's where I get my b from. That's where the 1 comes from. And rise over run, pick 2 good points, count up and over. Rise 1, run 2. That's where 1/2 came from. So my actual answer to this problem is y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Domain is x, range is y. So they gave me the domain, I had to find the y. So I substituted the domain in for x, did the problem, and found y was -15. The next one is the vertical line test. Now, if you can draw a vertical line and it touches twice, this is not a function. But all the others are. I could trace any vertical line here, and it's only ever going to touch the line once. If it touches twice, like for b, then it's not a function. But even this one, if I draw vertical lines, it only hits the graph 1 time. And this is a function. So these 3 are functions. That one's not because it fails the vertical line test by touching the function, by touching the graph twice. So for this one, back to y equals mx plus b. Y is -8. -8 is b. There is no slope. When there's no slope is 0. Look, I even made it look like n0. No slope, 0. For this one, this was a trick. In order to be a function, x cannot repeat itself. So x repeats here, x repeats here. Neither of those are functions. This fails the vertical line test. And if I take and I follow from x to y, 0, -2, 0, 1, 0, -2, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4. I have the 0 repeating. That's not a function either. None of them are functions. That was a trick question. This one is a straight up, put that in the calculator, get an answer. Don't stress yourself out. Low stress math. For this one, okay, I highlighted the line, the y-intercept is where my line intercepts the y-axis. And it's right there at 4, so B was 4. Now I had to find a rise and a run. I picked 2 points, and these are good points. How do I know? Because they hit the grid on a corner. So I'm actually going from corner to corner to corner to corner to corner. Rise 2, run 1. Rise 2, run 1. Rise 2, run 1. I'm doing that all the way up. My rise over run, 2 over 1. My slope is 2. That's where m equals 2 comes from. Y equals mx plus b, substitute the m and the b, and I get the equation y equals 2x plus 4. But all of that work I did up there, not really useful because the answer lines are down here. So I had to take my information from here and bring it down to where the answer lines were. Okay, this next problem, the problem is actually tell whether each equation has one solution, no solution, or infinite solutions. So I rewrote the problem. Instead of minus, I made it plus a negative because I'm distributing -8 to the numbers in the parentheses. That's why I do that. Over here, everything was addition. I didn't have to worry about it. So -8 times x, -8x. -8 times 2, -16. Combine like terms, 10x and -8x is positive 2x. Keep the plus -16. For here, to combine like terms, -33 and positive 4 is -29. Keep the 2x. Subtract 2x from both sides, I get -16 equals -29. That is no solution because, let's face it, those are not equal. So, my answer is no solution. All of this work was just to prove that it was no solution. So now, off on the side, let's write a few happy little notes. So, one solution, that's when you have x equals something. It doesn't matter what that something is, whatever x is equal to, it's one solution. Okay, no solution, the sides are not the same. So our example here was -16, and that is not equal to -29. So that's no solution. Infinite solutions, that's actually my favorite, because infinite solutions is the numbers are equal, so let's pick a number we like, 6. I like 6. If 6 is equal to 6, no matter what the equation is, I could put any numbers I want in it, and it'll work. It's got infinite solutions. So, let's take a look at the next page. And this is the one I did not have time to do in class, so this one I'm going to do slowly with you. So I have my nice big graph up here, but down here is where the work is going to go. So, what is m? I don't know. Let's look. Y equals mx mx plus b. So m is going to be 4/3. b, careful, that's plus -9. My b is -9. Then it says, name one solution. I can't do that yet. I'm going to graph this. I'm going to begin by highlighting my y-intercept with my horrible highlighter. Oh, do it the right way, old woman. Don't make a mess. Highlight the y, and then find -9 all the way down here, -9. Then my rise over run. Rise 4, run 3. So starting at -9, I have to count up 4, counting the whole boxes. Remember, it's like walking street corners. You have to walk from corner to corner. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now that's a positive slope, so I'm going up and to the right. If it were a negative slope, I'd go up and to the left. But both numbers are positive, so I'm going right. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3 to the right. Rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to the right. Notice I did count this line. I know it's an axis, but it still counts as a box. This is like a major intersection, like Sunrise Highway. So, still going up 4 and 3 to the right. Up 4, 3 to the right. Now, if you look at all of these points, you could see they're nice straight line. So, if I connect my points, I'm going to go above the graph and below the graph. I'll put an arrow on, whoops, can't really see. I'm going to put an arrow on each side, and then I have to write the equation of the line on the graph. Y equals mx plus b. Oh no, that's not the equation of the line. That's the general equation of a line. So that's not going to help me. I have to replace my m and my b with my utterly broken, why isn't this working? No, not that. Garbage. Okay, Bono, get it together. You thought you had your white out, thought you were going to be all clever, didn't work out that way. Here we go. Get rid of the M and the B. I'm actually going to white the whole thing out so it's easier for you to see on the video. I'm going to even make it bigger. Y equals 4/3. Don't forget the x minus 9. See, a little bit easier when there's whiteout on there. All right, now I have this chart. I could have done the chart before I graphed my lines. It's up to you what you want to do. So, what do we use for x? Well, I got a fraction. When you have a fraction, you have to pick x values that are multiples of that. I love it when there's a bell. I have to pick fractions that are multiples of 3. So let's do, -6, -3, 0, 3, and 6. Take a breath, they're going to talk. Oh, I hope you didn't hear it too much. Now, that's the domain. Wow, she is so helpful. Okay, this is the expression. That's the range. And this is the coordinate. And 4/3, x minus 9. So 4/3. I'm actually liking the bell better than all her talking. Times -6. Minus 9. Now let's see, 4 times -6. Oh, darn it. I'm going to use my calculator because I don't want to do any kind of thinking. 4 over 3 times -6 minus 9. So I'll put it in my calculator the exact same way I see it on my paper, and I get -17. Now, 4 over 3 times -3 minus 9. Well, I think that's like negative. Yeah, we'll find out. 4 over 3 times -3 minus 9, exactly the way you see it in the calculator, and you get -13. Ah, thank goodness, 0. 4 over 3, I'm just going to write them all down because I don't like switching pens. 4 over 3 times 0 minus 9 is -9.
Chamber Orchestra in the orchestra room today with Miss Senator. Once again, Chamber Orchestra in the orchestra room with Miss Senator today, 2:30.
All right, so 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 3 is 4, 4 minus 9, -5, and -1. Okay, so now the points I'll be graphing are -6, -17, which I can't graph because my graph paper doesn't go that far. -3, -13. Let's check that. Here we are. -3 all the way down. Look at that. We do have a point right there at -3, -13. And we already had the line drawn. 0, -9. Well, that's right there. This is 0 all the way down to -9. Okay. 3, -5. 3 to the right, down 5, right there. 6, -1. So 6 to the right, down 1. Look at that point is right there. Okay, name one solution. Well, just pick a number you like here. I'm going to go with 3, -5, because I like that one. Name one point that's not a solution. Any point you want. I'm going to go with this point right here. What's that point? That's the origin at 0, 0. So I like that point. It's not on the line. 0, 0. And I'm done with the packet. And good luck on your test tomorrow. Bye.